Well, hello everyone, I'm Peaches from Lovers for a Healthy Life, and thanks for stopping by my channel. Now today we're going to go outside and plant some herbs, so come along with me and let's have some fun. Today I'm going to be planting some herbs and also some ground cherries, and I already have my labels. So, the first thing I'm going to plant are the rosemary. Then I'm going to be planting these ground cherries. I'm going to go ahead and start them in pots because I think they do better when you start them in pots. And then I'm going to be planting the stevia. And we eat a lot of stevia here. So I'm going to try growing my own stevia and drying it as well. And then, and last but not least, is a sweet marjoram. So we're going to grow this as well. So the first thing I have here is this natural organic seed starting mix. I also have my pots down here that I'm going to pour the mix in. Okay, so I have my 4 pots here, and I'm going to go ahead and fill them with this mix, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have all 4 containers filled with the seed starting mix, and that's the seed starting mix I have here. And I also have this 5th container, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do with that, and that's just a smaller one that I'm going to use to top off my seeds once I plant them. So I'm going to go ahead and water all these in. Just get the mix nice and wet. This is just how I do mine. There's other ways to do them. Okay, so here's all my pots, and I already went on and labeled them. So the first one we're going to plant is rosemary, and this rosemary packet says to sprinkle seeds on the surface of the seed starting medium, barely covering. Water lightly, cover with plastic wrap. Well, we're not going to cover with plastic wrap because it's already nice and warm outside. It says germination is erratic, may take 6 to 8 weeks to germinate, and only a small percentage of the seeds will sprout. So what I'm going to do is probably just go ahead and use this entire seed packet because there's not that many in here, and hope for the best. So I'm going to use this entire seed packet. Go ahead and pour this into my hand. Wow, you don't get very many seeds in this, so this is all we get. I don't know if you can see that. This is all the seeds we get in this packet. And I'm just going to lightly sprinkle them right there on the top, all the way around. And I'll do update videos letting you know the status of my seeds. So I'm sprinkling them all the way around. Okay, so that's it, and make sure there's no more left in the packet. And the sides, if they are, we'll go ahead and get that out. Okay, so next on deck is the sweet marjoram, and the instructions on here say almost the exact same thing. Start plants containers indoors, covering very lightly, and keeping moist until the sprouts appear. Set out after frost. Okay, but it's nice and warm, so I'm starting these outdoors. And they come in a nice plastic bag, probably because the seeds are really, really tiny. So I'm not going to have to use all these seeds, as that's a lot of seeds in here. So we'll go ahead and sprinkle some of these onto my hand. So I'm going to use about this much, and that's what they look like. Really, really tiny. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and just sprinkle this right over the top, and these are really tiny seeds. You can barely even see them, but I'm kind of just like going over the top and just sprinkling them all over. Okay, And I'm going to go ahead and return this seed packet back to its original package. And then next are the ground cherries. And the reason I'm showing you each one because the seeds are different. None of the seeds are the same actually. And these are the ground cherries. I don't know if you can see inside their packet what they look like. They're really tiny and they're like a light brown, but they're tiny as well. And you get quite a few, so I'm not going to use all of these because this is something I've been wanting to grow for a long time. So if they don't germinate, I may plant these again. But the instructions say start seeds indoors prior to the last frost. The spring seeds are covered only slightly. So usually when the seeds are tiny, especially with herbs or even these type as well, you don't want to like plant them deep. You just put them on the top of the soil, and that's that. So I'm going to go ahead and pour these in my hand, just a little bit. Okay, so this is about how much I'm going to plant today. Okay, and then I'm going to I like the color of these because you can see exactly where you planted them. Plant them, sprinkle them around and around and around. Okay, come on, little baby seeds. Okay, so those are all planted. So we're going to go ahead and plant the stevia. And the directions on the stevia say tender perennials grown as an annual or house plant. Surface sow seeds in very fast draining. So I'm going to actually, after these germinate, so it says these are grown as a house plant or annual. In other words, you don't want to leave it outdoors. So I'm going to actually, when I finish growing these, I'm going to actually transplant the stevia to planters where I can bring them indoors in the winter. So let's see what these seeds look like. Okay, you see these? I mean, there's like, I'm not sure. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 seeds in this packet. And I think these were really expensive. How much were these? Okay, it says $2.75 for 15 seeds. I'm not even sure if there's 15 seeds in here. But anyways, we're going to carefully handle these seeds because, oh my goodness, 15 seeds is all you get. Okay, so they're right there in my hand, right here. So I'm gonna just sprinkle these. Wow, those are really tiny. And there's some more seeds still in there. So I think I'm gonna plant maybe a couple more. Let's see how many more seeds we have left. We have 1. Shake it around a little bit. Oh, mosquitoes, go away. Maybe I'll plant a couple more in here. They should come out. They're like clinging to the plastic. Oh, I hate when that happens. All right, come on, seeds. Okay, a couple more came out. So there we have it. And I still have maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seeds, 9 seeds left. So I'm gonna carefully close this back up. Okay, so remember the pot that had the extra soil in it? So I'm just going to grab a little bit of the soil and then lightly sprinkle it on top. And I'm going to do this for all of the herbs. Okay, and the last step is mostly everybody has a hose like this. So I lightly mist the top of the soil, very lightly. So all my seeds get nice and soaked because it's the daytime, it gets really hot here and I don't want my seeds to dry out. So every day I'll come and lightly mist my soil just like so. Just ever so lightly and gentle. Okay, so we're all done. Okay, so all the herbs are planted, and now when the seedlings start to emerge, what I like to do, you can go ahead and cover them with this bird block. It's just a netting, and you can cut out a little circle to put on top of your seedlings as they start to emerge. until they get a little bigger, so that the birds won't bother your seedlings. And that's what I've done. Down here I have my lemon balm growing, and that plant is pretty big. I'll be transplanting that one soon. And then also more lemon balm right there. There's some thyme, and I've already transplanted some thyme out into my raised beds. And then I have oregano, and I had a bigger oregano plant that I've already transplanted as well. And now my lavender is just starting to emerge, so I'm gonna go ahead and cover my lavender plant. And like I said, this netting you can get at Amazon, so it's pretty inexpensive. I don't remember the price right now, so it's pretty cool. And that's it. Well, I thank everyone for watching. Happy gardening, and God bless. Well guys, here it is the next day, and I came out in the morning and watered all my herbs. Just lightly missed them, and then went in and made some brunch for my husband and I. Came back outdoors, and my blueberry plant right there was dug up a little bit, and then my ground cherry plants pot was dug up a little bit. So what I did, we have this fence all the way around my garden, so it had to be squirrels that decided to dig it up that much. But anyways, I put this netting all the way around so that it give my seedlings a chance to at least, you know, grow. So I just wanted to give you an update that if you have critters, I don't understand my critters here, because we have like woods surrounding. They can just easily go in the woods, but they decide to come over here. You hear my husband back there in the woods hauling away some sticks, but I went ahead and covered it, and that way I can just uncover it. I just have it held down with some rocks right here. There's a little rock here, and there's rocks all the way around, so it's covering the whole planter, even the ones down here. So hopefully that'll help. And so if you do have your seedlings outdoors, you may want to cover them to keep the critters out of your seedlings. Well, that's all, guys.